Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's 10 o'clock on May 8th, 2023, and already dealing with the smoke. It's mainly off to the northeast. You can see it very clearly on the satellite right here. Look at that. The plume is all mainly over New England, and you can see looks like some pretty smoky skies over there in New England. We're going to have to look and see if we can find some earth cams and look at some sunsets on this, which I should have put up here. Let me do that now. All right, so we're going to look at some earth cams and see if we can find some sunsets from Massachusetts, I guess. Looks like that's where it was over, so we'll see if we can just show you what their sky looked like today. Let's see. We have this camera right here. Let's see if we can. That's an old. Oh, you can sort of see it. It looks like that was the last picture. You can see the haze in the sky there. Let's see if we can go to the Boston camera, and maybe that'll kind of show it. Of course, it's nighttime now, but let's move this during the day, and you can see the hazy skies that they had to deal with over there. As soon as it loads, if it loads. Yeah, you can see the hazy. Look at how hazy the sky was with the smoke there. So very smoky skies there to the north and the east of us. We can also let's look at that. Look at this as well. This is the high resolution satellite image, and you can see here again. See all that smoke there, and also caused we had a little cirrus in the sky too. It caused some hazy skies along with some cirrus. It's pretty high up there. But you can see where it's coming from. Look at that, right over the Hudson Bay. That smoke is going to get onto the ice and help it melt real fast. It's going to darken the ice because you can see how it's getting pulled around. If we follow the arrows here, let me put all the layers in here, and follow the arrows here, you'll see what we're talking about here. So it's just the smoke right here, and you can see there's a low there. It's kind of getting pulled in and then pulled right down to the northeast right there. And that is causing the smoke in our skies. We'll have to see if this is going to be a problem all week. I'm hoping not, but again, this is what we got to deal with today. You can see all the smoke in the skies here. You can see it's going over, it looks like Massachusetts, upstate New York, Vermont. A lot of smoke up there. So it looks like there's a little break in it. It looks like they might be getting some precipitation over there, maybe some rain over the fires, maybe. It looks like I see some storm over there, but I don't know if it's producing any rain. When we looked at the rain forecast, there wasn't much, so we may be dealing with this smoke for a while. All right, so anyway, a very warm day today as well across the area, so looking at that smoke one more time. Let's go and look at our temperatures, and you can also see there's more severe weather again, severe thunderstorm warnings in certain areas of the Midwest, severe thunderstorm watches as well. And red flag warning, the usual spot. And what is this? Looks like a dense fog. It's gray. I don't know why it's saying that. There are no watches. All right. It seems to be gray for whatever reason. But let's go and look at some observations across our area right now because it's pretty mild out there. Still 70 in the alley, by the way. It's still 63 in Carl Place. Islip is 61, so a very warm night. There was a sea breeze just limited to the very south shore. That's all it got to was the South Shore, and very late in the evening and very limited. Generally, temperatures are in the mid-60s, except in the city, of course, where it's still around 70 degrees. So let's take a look at it's still 70 degrees at Central Park right now. So let's take a look at our highs for the day, and you will see highs generally. Look at that. We got to the upper 70s today, upper 70s, quite warm across the whole area because, again, we didn't really have much of a sea breeze. Only the North Fork and the East End got some cooling, and temperatures around 80. High temperatures around 80 in New Jersey. Let's go look at the minimum. And we have lows generally in the mid-50s. So generally low mid-50s and probably around 60 in the city and the alley, of course. So let's go to our current conditions and just this actually will show you the warmth that's up into Canada here. We're actually going to be able to see some of the smoke reports that are coming. Let's take a look and see what Edmonton is dealing with here. Oh, I guess this doesn't. Yeah, this does show the readings for Canada. So here's Edmonton. See if we can get an actual airport observation. See if there's any smoke being reported there in Edmonton. If they've reported any smoke at all. Looks like they've had some rain, some thunderstorms, and that's the problem. Lightning could start more fires. It's not listing the amount of rain that has fallen, but lightning could always start fires, and that's always a problem. It's not showing smoke, but again, these fires are in the Alberta province, right? Just west of Edmonton. I don't know Canada that well, but if we look at this, you'll see again where the smoke came from. Of course, hardly anyone's talking about it, but again, if we move this to yesterday, you can sort of see where the smoke kind of came from. See where these fires are burning, and you can see, look at that. Like the smoke is more further over in this area here, like places like Fort Simpson, perhaps, dealing with a lot of it. But again, dealing with the smoke, nobody's talking about it. Of course, nobody's talking about it. So let's go back to this and pull up a few more observations here if we can find them. Here's another one. That's an automatic weather station, so that's probably not going to observe smoke. It's a relatively uninhabited area. Let's take a look at this area here. Prince George, BC. Let's see if they reported smoke at all. Mist, fog, but no smoke being reported. So, anyway, these fires are probably still burning, and I'll try to share some stuff with you a little later about them. But anyway, looking at the radar, you'll see again just a few scattered showers and thunderstorms over West Virginia, a few more over Ohio, and this is where your severe weather is. It looks like mainly in Missouri, and there's some more little line around Minneapolis. But for us, we're going to pretty much stay dry tomorrow. So let's take a look at the models here. We'll go to the models and take a look at first before if I do that, go to the climate readings for the day. So we hit 77 at Islip, normal high 66. It's 11 degrees above normal, much warmer than we thought today. Thought it was going to be more like 73 or 74. Low is 55, normal value is 48, 7 degrees above normal with that. That puts us nearly 10 degrees above normal at Islip for the day. Central Park, also about 7 degrees above normal for the day. So, yeah, pretty warm out there. Pretty warm day out there indeed. Much warmer than we thought. But again, there's no cool air to be found anywhere right now, as I said in the last weather update. Even in Canada, it's warm. So let's go look at the HRRR, which we should have the full amount in now. Hopefully we do. 0Z run. All right, good. So looking at tomorrow, you'll see that there are some showers that pass off to the south tomorrow. That's just going to be passing off to the south of South Jersey. Otherwise, no rain for us. And then for Wednesday, we're staying dry, and so we will Thursday as well. And you can see that high building down there, all right? Looking at the dew points and wind flow tonight, you see that winds are, oh yeah, that's right. I want to look at the sea breeze. That's right. It kind of reminded me to look at the sea breeze before go to the Wonder Map here and just show you where the sea breeze did come in. And like I said, it didn't really make it very far north at all. You'd have to be right on the south shore to get it. So if you look at Massapequa here, you can see it's 58 in Biltmore Shores. And you can see literally, yes, there's the sea breeze right there. There it is. So right around 5:49, boom, it came in. The temperature went from 77 down to the upper 60s. You can see the dew points also rose as well. That's your sea breeze signature right there. And you'll see again, boom, look at that drop off right there. I tell you, I felt the sea breeze. I was walking and there was no sea breeze. I had left around 6:20, taking a walk to Wantaw and from Belmore. And as I was walking to Wantaw, the winds shifted from the west to the southwest, and the temperature dropped. And it was quite noticeable. You could just feel it, like literally the sea breeze just passed right on through as you were walking, which was pretty cool. But that's what you get. And if you go further north, you'll see, if we go further north into my area, you can see we never got that sea breeze. So you'll take a look here. Yeah, we never got it. We never got a sea breeze here. We're just dropping from no sea breeze at all here. So never made it to the middle of the island. It's just on the south shore. It was just on the south shore. It didn't even. I don't even think it made it to the middle of the island out east, to tell you the truth. Let's show North Patchogue. I bet it didn't even make it to North Patchogue. Oh, another one now? All right. use this one. 'Cause this is my buddy's station here. 58. So let's see if he got a sea breeze. It looks like he did get one around 7:24. You can see it drop there. So it did actually make it to North Patchogue. That's very interesting. It actually did make it there. Very interesting. But I don't think it made it further north. You know what? I'm just going to go right over here and go back to the readings at Islip, and we'll see if they actually got a sea breeze. And I don't think they did, but let's just see if they did. Nope. No. So, no sea breeze there. You had to be right on the south shore. North Patchogue got a little bit of it toward the end, but it really just barely made it north of Sunrise Highway, and that was it. So let's go look at our dew points and wind flow here. You'll see the wind shifting to the north tomorrow, and we'll have a easterly flow tomorrow, which should bring in cooler air. You'll just very dry, low dew points there. And as we get into Wednesday, light winds becoming southerly, it looks like, for Wednesday. So let's go look at our temperatures, and you'll see it should be cooler tomorrow with those easterly winds. You could see we probably still could get close to 70. But then there will be a sea breeze in the afternoon that will make it inland and drop temperatures into the 60s, then 50s, then 40s for the evening. And then for Wednesday, probably around 70. And beware, these models sometimes underperform. It could be a little warmer than that. And there should also be a sea breeze on Wednesday as well. Going beyond that, on the GFS here, you'll see here, it starts heating up Thursday. That's when we start getting well into the 70s. You're probably going to see 80 degrees for 2 days in a row, Thursday and Friday. And perhaps Saturday as well, looking like it. So we'll have 3 days of warm as that ridge gets into its position there. Dew points stay relatively manageable. They start coming up a little bit on Friday. Nothing terrible, but the question is, will there be a sea breeze on those days? It's showing a southwest wind, but it may be the same deal that only the South Shore gets it. Middle of the island's probably not going to get a sea breeze at all. So North Shore and North Shore in your dreams. So, yep. Sea breeze only wants to share its love for the chosen ones on the South Shore. But what's the sea breeze is now discriminating against us? I'm just joking, all right? But let's go look at the skies next. And we'll go to the RGM here. And you can see for tomorrow, you'll see these high clouds around. You see tomorrow we'll be dealing with some high clouds. They eventually push to the south in the evening. And then Wednesday should be mostly sunny. However, we're going to have to watch for the smoke, which this doesn't show. Thursday also looks like a decent amount of sunshine with maybe some passing high clouds. However, we got to watch the smoke, and that's the wild card here. And unfortunately, let me refresh this and see if we have a little more data. We have 20 hours now to work with on the HRRR, but it only goes out till Tuesday, unfortunately. You see, it's still got a ways. This takes a while to run, unfortunately. But we can look at the all times for the verticals. We could just use this 20 hours vertically integrated smoke, and we can kind of see. It's not even showing up on here, which I don't understand why. I mean, I'm going to hit 0Z and see if it even shows. It's not even detecting the smoke. I don't understand why this model isn't detecting it. It's vertically integrated smoke. Maybe it's 6,000 feet. It's probably high up there, the smoke. That's probably what it is. It's probably very high up there, and whatever the case is, the model is not picking it up. It's not picking it up. It's very high up in the sky, this smoke. We don't know what the altitude of it is. I'm kind of curious myself, but it doesn't really show up on here. So we're going to have to shift gears and look at a different model here and maybe try to use this model and see if do particles here. Go up to PM10 here. Yeah, it's really hard to predict what's going to happen with this smoke, but just beware that we could be dealing with this smoke. It's really hard to tell what's going to happen. It's just a matter of really just looking at the satellite, because unfortunately it's not getting picked up. It's very high up there. The smoke is very high altitude. It's usually in the mid-levels, but this time it's really high altitude. But they did bring it up at the Boston Weather Service. So if you look at the Boston Weather Service, you'll see here, satellite shows smoke coming south from wildfires in Canada. The hazy skies tonight should make a good sunset. So they are saying that There is smoke there, but it must be very high altitude smoke. I'd love to know the altitude of that smoke, but I guess there's no way to tell. So I guess that's going to be it for this weather update. Feels like I'm leaving something out, but I think that's going to be it. Again, there's just one more look at this. Well, let's look at a couple more satellite images of the smoke. Let's change this a little bit. So kind of show you where it's coming from here. Go to the CONUS, and let's see. I need to be further north toward Canada. North America. Let's see. Canada, northern U.S. Here we can use this. That's fine. Yeah, this will show it perfectly. All right, so we'll move this to the 72-hour frame. So you can see, just to show you where the smoke is coming from. So, yep. You can see. Look at that dark area there. So it looks like it's kind of tough to tell, but it really looks like it's going to be with us for this week for a while. So whether we're going to actually see any nice blue skies tonight, this is why I'm really pissed that I didn't enjoy Saturday, because I don't know when we're going to see blue skies again with the smoke around. This is becoming like every year now we've got to deal with this. This is part of the climate crisis, folks. So that is going to wrap up this weather update. Have a good night.